Hey guys, thanks so much for coming back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome to my channel, Caseyleighreiki. I'm Casey, and today we're going to be doing a reading for Libra. This is going to be Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements, and this is going to be for July. Thank you guys for working with me. This month has been one hell of a ride, especially with a lot of personal things going on, trying to adjust to taking an influx of clients, responding to emails, like just doing a bunch of stuff. So thank you for your patience, and thank you for all of your support. I really appreciate every single one of you, and I just wanted to get that out first and foremost. I am going to most likely do a check-in because I did state that I would do mid-month check-ins. They're just going to be a little bit later, and they might just be quick. I might do them by by elements like I normally do, but just make them probably a little bit shorter, and I might do them possibly all in one video. We'll see what happens, but I do still want to get those out to you guys. So if you are liking those, then please stay with me. I am doing the best that I can, so thanks for working with me. I appreciate you guys. But anyway, so today we're going to be doing Libra. This is all about Libras, so Libras, hi, hello, and welcome to your reading. Couple things to get out of the way before we start the reading. I know some of you are familiar with this, but some of you are not, because some of you are new and they want to make the new people feel welcome. So energy is fluid, it's not linear, and this just means that the things I talk about in this reading could be happening past, present, or future tense in your life. We all go through energy differently, so take it how it resonates, and if it does, it's fantastic. If it doesn't resonate, that's totally okay. Don't even worry about it, and especially if it's bad, don't make it fit. Please don't make it fit. If you're in a happy, healthy relationship, you're happy and healthy in life, then why are you watching a tarot reading anyway, you know? Anyways, that's totally up to you, though. We all have free will. Moving on. So when I speak on masculine and feminine energies, I'm solely talking about the energies. We're not talking about gender or sex in these scenarios. However, if I do pick up on something like that, of course, I will relay that to you guys. But we all have masculine and feminine within each of us, okay? So when I talk on those energies, it is just an energy, a characteristic. Just as an example, I don't know why this is coming through that I need to say this, but masculine, for instance, is that like creative creation energy, whereas femininity might be a little bit more receiving and going with the flow, just with the ebb and flow of life. But anyways, moving on. So cross watchers, hi, hello, and welcome. If you guys are listening and you say, no, Libra actually is me, and vice versa, switch it how you see fit. There's nothing wrong with that. I have nothing against that. I am not a perfect human being. I make mistakes. So I am only picking up what is around you, and I could totally be connecting to someone just within your environment as well. So switch the roles how you see fit. There's nothing against that, because like I said, I'm not perfect. I am just going to be picking up what I pick up. I am relaying the messages to you, and I'm just going with the flow here. So with all of that jazz being said, let's move on. Also, I am the queen of weird shirts. If you know me, you know me. I'm always wearing some weird space shirt or cat shirt or something. This one says, I'm dead inside. I hope you guys enjoy. I am really trying to bring down my walls a little bit on being super professional, and just kind of, I want this to be more close. Me and you guys going over life. I just want to talk about life with you guys. I want to be close. This is a friend group to me. All of my followers, my subscribers, we are all friends. And if you are not following me on TikTok, please go follow me on TikTok. I do so much over there for my followers. I do a bunch of lives. I have a ton of videos. I do little mini check-ins there as well. I do readings by donation. So there's so much that I'm doing over there. If you haven't checked it out, please do. And definitely follow my Instagram. All that stuff is below. I want to get to know you guys better. So I want to give you guys all the info to get a hold of me. Also, if you're interested in a personal reading, I'm going to list all my information below. So that was a whole lot. But let's get into Libra. I have some heart chakra healing energy music playing here, and I don't know why that's coming in real big for you guys. Maybe it's just me. Throughout my meditations recently, I've been seeing a theme with duality, which does remind me of Libra. because you guys are the Justice card. This is the scales. This is that balance in life, that ebb and that flow that we speak on. And I'm not sure if that has something very personally to do with Libras here, but maybe it's just a collective thing as well. I think that there's a focus on duality and masculine, feminine, also, you know, our emotions as well. Feeling that balance of bad days versus good days, and I feel like there's a little bit of a stressor on that of needing to get a little bit more grounded and find that balance. So today we're going to be using the Wild Unknown Tarot. I have the cover right here. So the Wild Unknown, this is what it looks like. Try to show you guys my decks and let you know as much as possible. So this is what that looks like. It's a beautiful deck. It's a little darker, so if you are not into that, definitely keep that in mind. I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee. I really need to stop babysitting my coffee for, 6 hours at a time, but here we are. All right, so let's see what's going on for Libra. So what messages do we have for Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs for July. And Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for July. Ooh, some cards just fell. Where'd they go? Interesting. So 5 of Cups here. And 6 of Wands. That's very interesting. We're going to put them back in there, but it's something to definitely keep in mind. I'm very excited for this reading. I feel like you guys' energy is a little bit, it's a little bit, maybe denser might be the word, than it normally is. Which might be why I kind of gravitated towards this deck today. Because I originally had another deck in mind, and then I started grabbing this one, and I was like, I'm like, why am I grabbing this one? So let's see. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for July. Spirit, what messages do we have for Libras today? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. What messages do we have today? What messages do we have today? Sorry, you guys are watching me shuffle for a minute. Okay. I haven't used these cards in a little bit, so I'm trying to calibrate them. So let's see what's going on for you guys right now. Okay, our overall energy right now, wow, is the World. Wow, that's fantastic. So I feel like you guys are definitely finishing up a cycle here. Very much so, finishing up a cycle. The World is the culmination of things. It's the very end of the cycle. It's kind of like you've worked your way through 90%. Oh, it's also on the front cover here as well. It's very interesting. You've worked your way through 90% of everything, just needing to tidy up that last piece. I'm not sure why I want to say tidy, but I do want to say like tidy up. It's almost like tying up loose ends, clearing up any leftover debris. It's almost like just tidying up and getting your place ready before company comes over is kind of like what I feel like. Where you guys are like, okay, we went through like 90% of that, 90% of this, and now we're just going to clean up a little bit. We're going to make things look a little bit neater, dust everything off, and just make it look good. So I feel like this is that preparation where you know that something is ending and you know that a cycle is coming to a completion here. And you're like just kind of waiting for it is what I feel like. I feel like you guys with this cycle have been prepping a little bit for it, knowing that it's going to come. I feel a sense of understanding that it's going to end, acceptance that it is going to come to a completion. I don't really feel like you guys are too sad about it. I think it could be a little bit of almost like nostalgia in a way where you're like, it's really a shame that this has to end, but I think you guys are ready for it to end. I think you guys are okay with whatever this is. And keep in mind, anything that comes through here, we just go with the flow. Could be love, friends, family, career, anything in life, spirituality. But whatever the cycle is, I think you guys are like, wow, I did it. And now I'm just going to prep and get ready to move on to the next one. Ready to move forward, which I like. And there's strength at the bottom here as well. So you could be dealing with a Leo. Otherwise, this is just your own, this is just your own strength. And your own push forward here to, I feel like, bring some light to the situation. It's like you're trying to bring that love and light and happiness to the situation, especially if it is something maybe nostalgic. I feel like you're trying to pour some happy, like, vibrations, some higher frequencies into this ending of the cycle. You're trying to kind of coat it over with a little bit of happiness, I feel like is what this is. You're trying to put your beautiful Libra spin on this situation and really make the best of it is what I feel like. It's beautiful. So at the bottom, I also have Father of Swords here. So swords, air energy. This could be an air sign that you're dealing with. So Gemini, another Libra, or an Aquarius, or this could just be you, honestly. Kind of like what I was saying with the world. It was almost like you know it's coming to an end. It's like that clear mentality of, you know, I know what I'm doing. Plus, you think about the symbolism here of an owl. Owls are very smart, very intelligent. They can see in the dark, okay? That's very important. So it's almost like you can see the light in the darkness. That's what I feel like the combination of these two cards are for me. That strength and seeing in the dark, making those choices in a dark place, putting that, like I said, Libra spin on things to make a situation feel a little bit better. Because it might not be that you feel dark, but maybe the situation is a little bit dark. And maybe it's, like I said, a little sad, a little nostalgic, something of that nature. Either way, if not, you are possibly ending a cycle with another air sign. And you are trying to do the best that you can. Yeah, I feel like for some of you, I'm definitely picking up on, there could be an ending of whether it's romantic or friendship type of situation where it's almost like you both know, is what I feel like. It feels calm. Feels like the both of you know and are in agreement that the cycle needs to end, the relationship needs to end, whatever that relationship might be. And it's almost like that could have been why I felt that acceptance about like, okay, you know, we did what we could here. We both agree that it's time for us both to move on to bigger and better things. Although there is that could be that nostalgia too. Appreciating what you had, appreciating the situation for what it was, but knowing that it's time to move on to the next, whatever the next might be for you guys. So let's see, what else do we have for Libra? What else do we have for Libra? What other messages do we have for Libra for July? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Okay. Okay, Five of Swords. Excuse me. Well, I've been having throat chakra problems a lot lately, but it's interesting to me that I wasn't having them until I came on to this video. Anyways, okay. So there's a lot of swords going on here, a lot of air energy. We have the Father of Swords, which I think could be you. However, it could be another person you're dealing with. If it wasn't an air sign, they just possess those qualities. You know, intelligent, clear communication, organized thoughts, things of that nature. But having the Five of Swords to me is very interesting. This is definitely a feeling of I feel like someone fighting to get to the end. There definitely might have been a little bit of a struggle. Because Five of Swords is like something, I feel like just something needed to change within the communication, possibly. Or something needed to be changed regarding the mindset of someone, something to do with communication, thoughts, expression, clarity needed to be had. Fives are all about changes for me. They generally are for most people. So having the 5 combined with the swords, this is, I feel like, something needed to change. If, you know, one person might have been mentally in one area and another person opposite area with their thoughts, their expressions, etc. So there needed to be like this coming together. So I do feel like there was a change that was needed, or a change did happen in the communication between you guys. And then Son of Swords here, so this is like the Knight of Swords. So definitely could have been that one person was a little bit like forward, maybe assertive, maybe a tidbit aggressive here with their communication, having the Knight of Swords as well as 5 of Swords. This is kind of like, you also have 4 of Pentacles. So I feel like either you or the person that you were dealing with could have been very much holding on to and maybe a little bit stubborn about the way that they communicated, or the way that they were thinking, the way that they just functioned. I feel like a lot of this could definitely be romantic, but someone's point of view here, the way that they think, the way that they communicate, very, very forward. Knight of Swords is like, look at him. He's literally flying with the sword down, ready to go. It's just like, yep, we're going, here we go. It just feels very, very quick, a lot of energy going into this, kind of like forging my own path, going at it, not exactly an abundant amount of caring for the other person and the other side of this. It does feel like one person had just looked at it from one perspective, and it was like, that's my perspective, I'm not going to change the way that I do that. It does feel a little bit stubborn, but again, take it how it resonates. It could also just mean that someone wanted to come forward and communicate, hey, I'm really fighting for this thing, really fighting for this thing, because a typical 5 of Swords is very much one person in front fighting, everyone else in the back kind of leaving and throwing down their swords and kind of giving up. So it could be like, hey, I'm really fighting for this thing. And then also, look at that too. This worm is like cut in half, like very disconnected. So that's like kind of what I'm feeling, like one half and one half, just feeling on opposite sides of the world from each other. So one person definitely just could have been like, I'm fighting for us, or I'm fighting for whatever it is that you're fighting for within this relationship, friendship, what have you. And you're kind of like, you know, or again, flip it if it fits, vice versa. But I'm just going to say you, because we're talking about Libra. And you were just kind of like, you know, I'm fighting for this thing and I'm not sure why, because I feel like you're not on my side. That's what I feel like. And with Libras, obviously, justice, this is the scales, this is balance, this is truth, unbiased, clear truth. And I feel like sometimes Libras can have this, the reciprocation there, have an issue with that. So it's like, I'm fighting for this, here's what I'm contributing, here is how I'm committing to this, and I feel like I'm fighting this and you are not on my side. You are not matching my intensity to maybe get to the bottom of this, to solve this. It doesn't feel like an intensity in a way of anger or like upsetness. It just feels like maybe you want to talk, you want to navigate, you want to find the source of this problem. You're being very logical, you're being very Libra, you know, finding that place in between where is the healing, where is the source of the problem. And I feel like the other person maybe could have just not wanted to do that, and they're like, I'm not going to do this with you. And it doesn't feel like a angry, like, I'm not doing this with you. It doesn't feel like an argument. It just feels like one person's lack of almost commitment. And Libras are about commitment. Libras love. It's very typical. So I feel like Libra, you could have been really wanting something from a person that was unable to just provide that for you. And that's where it's just kind of like, okay, I kind of had a feeling it would go this way. Now we're going to tidy up those loose ends and just kind of move on. You're not capable of providing me with this. I need this to function in this type of relationship. Kind of it is what it is. That's that acceptance we were talking about. And then now I have the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords. This is a lot of swords energy here, a lot of air energy. But Nine of Swords here in this deck, I know they're a little weird, a little dark. But Nine of Swords, I think that this was definitely weighing on you. That this person wasn't maybe giving you what you needed. This person just may not have been like as mature as you. They could have been someone who just hasn't, I feel like it's almost like your energy is very different from theirs. It almost feels like this person, kind of when the going gets tough, they walk away. And not to say that they leave the situation, leave the relationship, but they walk away in a sense of they put their sword down. So maybe lack of communication. They don't want to think about it. They brush it under the rug. They try to avoid it. Like, that's what it feels like. And Libras, you guys don't tend to do that. I feel like you guys are warriors in the case of justice. You want to find the problem. You want to find the solution. You want to find out how to fix it because you care. That's how you show you care, is your commitment, your passion towards finding the source of a problem and either removing that piece or fixing that. And I feel like this person just isn't used to that. That's what I feel like. This person isn't used to really digging deep for those things. It feels like this person just might be accustomed to, okay, there's a problem, so I'm going to go away now. Which for some reason I'm hearing like Aquarius, so it might definitely be another air sign. But it's that like aloofness. I'm going to go away now because, you know what, I'm good by myself. I kind of don't need to do this anyway. So I'm going to go ignore it, essentially, and just do my thing. All right. So there's that. There's 4 swords on the bottom, though, so some healing definitely needs to come in. And I think this is you thinking about it, which makes sense to have this 9 of swords and this 4 swords together. It almost feels like there's a lot of pain here, in the sense of I'm just overthinking. You know, why can't I get this person to do this thing that I want? Why can't I get them to understand? And again, it doesn't feel super like sad. It feels very neutral. So 9 of Swords, though, I think is the, sorry, I'm not picking my nose. I have my septum was like flipped around. I definitely feel like it bothered you. I won't say that it's as dramatic as anxiety, depression, sleepless nights, but I will say that it bothered you. It weighed heavy on your mind. I think it's something where it feels like a constant looping of a solution almost. So this feels like rehashing different options, different routes, trying to figure out maybe what you did wrong or what you could have done a little bit better, something along those lines to fix the situation. You are thinking about it over and over and over again, the same exact thing, and some healing definitely needs to be had with that 4 of Swords. It's like, all right, we need to get your mind back into this meditative, neutral state, because the place that you were in with this was definitely brought you down. Like I said, it doesn't feel dramatic, but it brought you down. I think you possibly just expected a little bit more out of this person, or maybe you got together with them not knowing that this was kind of how they handled their problems. And then once you saw, you were like, ugh, man, like I can't do that. That's not going to work for me. Okay, let's see. Whoa. That is a lot. We're not going to do that. So what other messages do we have for Libra? Okay. So Mother of Wands. This was a Queen of Wands here. So you could have been dealing with a fire sign. Otherwise, I think this could be your energy as well, of just being like very clear on what you want, and protecting, you know, that, being like, no, this is kind of how I function. But for a lot of you, I do feel like you are dealing with a fire sign. This feels very different from the other energy that we've had here. And there's a lot of, I feel like there's a lot of like, maybe I'm just going crazy, but like the swords, we have the worms in those 2 cards right here. Let me show you, just to jog your memory there. We have the worms, right? But then in the world, And in this card here, we have the snakes. So I kind of do feel like this is that person where you are ending that cycle with that person, okay? Because in the middle of that card in the world, it is the snake. But anyways, so Mother of Wands, I do feel like this is a separate individual. I feel like this is a person that you are dealing with. And it's interesting to me because it does remind me of that person maybe kind of stuck in their ways of, no, I'm not going to change how I deal with things. This is comfortable for me. I feel like this person is very comfortable where they are and they protect that. It's something important to them. This maybe has a lot to do with their identity, or they're protecting their feelings or protecting themselves. It's just, again, it's that stubborn energy of, this is how I function. I am not willing to change that, at least not right now, at least not for you. Especially because the snake is protecting those eggs, okay? So this is very, I'm getting real big, like mother wound, wounding to do with the feminine. And again, these are energies, so the sex doesn't matter here. I feel like some feminine wounding here might be why this person is protecting themselves. I feel like those eggs are almost the inner child. It's those childhood wounds that have caused this. Libra, I feel like you've done a lot of healing throughout your life. You have definitely taken a path of healing to some degree, and I feel like this person has yet to do that. So maybe you are more mature than them in a sense of, this is how I now deal with my problems, and that's great. That's fantastic. However, this person's not ready to do that. They definitely, I feel like, have some wounding as to why they're protecting those eggs. It's like they're pulling their inner child like close to themselves. It's like it frightens them and could trigger them that vulnerability. Okay, it could be that vulnerability of really sitting down, talking about what each of you could do better in the situation. It could feel almost like an attack to them is what I feel like. Again, I definitely feel that like stay back type of energy, especially with a snake, okay? And then you have the Hierophant on the bottom, which I saw earlier as well. This is Taurus energy, but this is really seeking spiritual truths. So I feel like this is kind of what I was just talking about, Libra. I think that you've done a lot of that, and you may have attracted this person because they might need to go through this, have yet to go through this, and you are that light at the end of the tunnel. It's that attraction to that. It's almost like their energy picks up on the fact that you have this wisdom to give them. That's what it feels like. The Hierophant is very much so, because it's a key. So to me, it's that epiphany that opens that key. Or I'm sorry, the epiphany is the key that opens the door. So it's like, I think this has something to do with how this person almost like sees you. The Hierophant is definitely that wisdom, that spiritual wisdom, seeking a spiritual teacher. So it's that healing spiritual path. So it's like the lightning strikes, which is like the epiphany to me. It points to the key. It's like, aha, that's how I open the door. So keep that in mind as well. I feel like that is similarly like almost like the theme. I feel like I should put this up with the world. It's almost like a different viewing. So you might be opening up this person's eyes a little bit, even if they don't admit it, okay? On the other hand, this could also be you understanding that that's exactly what the situation is and that there's not a whole lot you can do. If this person's not ready, they are not ready. You cannot force them, and you're not going to stay in that Nine of Swords energy trying to get them to see things differently. Woohoo! We'll take those. All right. Oh, interesting. We have 10 of Cups at the bottom. Very interesting. All right. So right here, we have the Two of Pentacles and we have Temperance. So this is very similar to kind of what I was saying. So the Temperance is Sagittarius energy, right? And look at this card just by itself. I want a close-up of this. Look how beautiful this is. Like, are you kidding me? Look at that. These cards, the major arcana, there's a lot of beautiful colors within them. I love them. So Temperance, Sagittarius energy here. See the close-up here of the water droplets within the fire. I feel like this is that duality that I was picking up a lot on, okay? This was that masculine, feminine, that hot, that cold. It's really, you know, when we temper, especially in regards to food, for instance, you are taking something that is warm, placing a tiny bit into something that is cold, and you slowly bring it to temperature. So I feel like that's a lot of what this is. This is literally like a stork delivering you this balance. In normal tarot, I would call this the fix-it angel. There's a lot of healing in this, and I feel like this talks about the balance and the duality, which is, to me, the focus of what's happening here. So I feel like the healing here, it's coming from you. That's what I feel like. Because your water and fire are both totally different. One is masculine, one is feminine, you know? So it's something to really keep in mind here. And then also, Two of Pentacles to me is also balance. This is insane balance that I'm getting here. Balance here in the choice of communication, okay? Because this is how these two fall together for me. So Five of Swords and Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is like, I feel like it's almost like whichever way that you go, whichever choice that you make, I feel like there's a lot of healing and almost like metamorphosis that is honestly going to come in here, whether it be for you or for you and the person that you were connected to. But with this, I do feel like no matter which choice you make, there will be healing and there will be metamorphosis. I do feel like whichever way that you go, I don't know why I feel like this, but it's almost like they're intertwined. Like, I feel like both the options that you have are kind of sort of similar. They're very intertwined. This is juggling these two things, but again, the duality. It's like the yin and the yang for me is coming in really strong. Because in the yin and yang, you have white with a dot of black and vice versa. So it's almost like that small piece within a larger whole, either way. So I feel like it's almost like mirroring, where there's just a lot of, again, healing energy and kind of realizing that we are all connected. So the wounds that one person has, in a way, we're connected to them. I don't know if this makes sense to you guys, but it's that like unity consciousness. It's almost as if one person's pain and one person's wounds are also my wounds, because we are all connected. I know it's insanely spiritual, but I think that's helping you deal with the situation, which is why I picked up on a lot of acceptance and a lot of moving forward, a lot of processing these thoughts and maybe your emotions and how you're viewing the world, literally viewing people, viewing the situations and experiences in your life. That's really weird. I don't know why I just felt the need to pull this, but then we have Mother of Swords. So we had the Father earlier, we had the Sun, now we have the Mother of Swords. This is Queen of Swords, okay? So this definitely, I feel like, is your energy here. This is, again, the owl is incredibly, so much wisdom, so insightful, so intelligent, okay? It's almost like they know when to strike, and they have precision when doing so. And I feel like that's what this is. Owls are incredibly spiritual. You know what? Since I have my computer open, I kind of want to, I'm going to look this up really quick, actually. Let's look up the symbolism, because I'd really like to read it to you guys. Here we go. Owls are generally a symbol of paranormal wisdom, regal silence, and fierce intelligence. While some cultures believe owls to be magicians or heralds of death, the white owl, which is how I kind of see this, symbolizes wisdom and endurance. And that's what I feel like this is. I feel like you guys are on this very, very extensive path. Healing path, spiritual path. I feel like there's a lot that you guys are learning. Another thing here says intuition, wisdom, silence, observation, power, protection, and intelligence. Strong will, adaptable, perceptive. So I really think this is you guys for sure. That's very, very beautiful. And I feel like you were almost like this weird, like feminine or motherly guide for this person. I don't know if this makes sense to you guys. I hope so, because sometimes I'm trying to speak and explain what I'm feeling and, you know, the visions that I'm getting, and it's a little bit difficult. But anyways, yeah, so there's that. So this is 9 of Pentacles here as well. I feel like, again, that you are so abundant and you are choosing to be abundant. I feel like this is the choice to, I don't know, it's almost like spread that energy, spread that awareness. I just get this huge like duality, unity, unified together type of energy, knowing that we are all one. So when we heal each and every person, or we direct them towards healing, we share our healing with someone else. Wow. Yeah, when we share our healing with someone else and help heal one person, we essentially help heal the world. That is an insanely specific spiritual message. That is incredible. And I think that you understand this as well. I think that you see this person and what they have been through or are going through, and you don't see it as bad. You see it as an obstacle to assist this person with. Wow, that's so interesting. That's very, very interesting. Okay, I want to see if I can get like a couple more and then I'll wrap it up. This is a pretty long video. Sorry, guys. Thank you for sticking through the whole thing. If you did, though, yay, thank you. Love y'all. Ooh. Wow, look at that. Look at the Emperor. Are you serious? The Emperor here coming out underneath Temperance. So I feel like this could be the role that you are also taking as well. The Emperor, very divine masculine energy. Creation, standing tall, standing very proud. I feel like you are in tune with your masculine side, whether you are male or female. We also have the Fool at the bottom and Father of Swords again. Look at that. Fool, new opportunities. This is Aries energy, brand new beginnings where you take a risk to achieve. This bird is going to fly for the first time off of this branch, taking a risk, having that faith that life will catch this person or this bird. And then lots of owls and birds as well. So definitely check into that, the symbolism of that. But then Father of Swords again, I think this is also you taking that risk and putting yourself into that place. Like I was saying, I don't necessarily see it as a risk, but this is this new light for you, new opportunity for you, sitting in this place of everything is at my feet and understanding the world from such an enlightened and expanded perspective here. But yeah, Father of Swords, again, I think this is you. I think you are very in tune with this Emperor energy and with the Empress. I'm surprised the Empress isn't here. Divine masculine energy. The Emperor stands tall, is sturdy. I'm getting like he is a protector. He is someone who protects. I feel like the strength and wisdom that you guys have is what's really sticking out here with the Emperor. It's the strength, that wisdom, it's hard to describe. It's this very like stoic, again, just protector, like secure, stable type of energy here. And I feel like you're sharing that with this person, or you're trying to share that with this person. Or it, honestly, it could even be that you are learning this through the situation with this person, okay? So again, take it how it resonates, but really just focus on what I'm saying when it comes down to the characteristics, the feelings, the energies here. Whoops. I just want to get one more for you guys. Wow, I will take them. Wow, guys, look at that. We had these in the beginning too. Wow, we have the star under here at the bottom. More healing. I feel like this is a lot of duality with me. Seeing the light in the dark is really what I feel like. That vulnerability, being totally free, shining so bright. Seeing that, again, you are this beautiful bright star, but we are also the same things as all the other stars. It's like you have this divine quality within yourself that I feel like you are sharing with all of these other stars. I think you are sharing your light with other people, and that's this healing. That's the balance between conscious and subconscious. understanding that you are this ever expanding energy and consciousness, and that you are here having this human experience, and it is just so beautiful. And that's what I feel like you have learned a lot. There's been a lot of healing here. But Son of Swords came out again, so this is the Knight of Swords coming out twice now. And then we have the Six of Wands. This is that success. So I feel like you are really, I feel like you're good at describing these things and explaining these things, whether it be to this person, or maybe you are very good at understanding them and you want to move forward to do that for this person, or just exhibit this in your life. I felt like this was incredibly spiritual reading for sure. But Six of Wands here is the success, recognition. This is victory, accomplishments here. And I feel like if you do speak on this to this person, this ending of a cycle might just be ending that within the relationship. And if it's not, it's just the communication that, like, hey, this wasn't unsuccessful. I think that regardless of what happens, you still view this situation, relationship, what have you, as something that has benefited you, opened your eyes, and helped you heal and learn and continue to expand, and continue to just open up your heart chakra. So this is really beautiful, and I loved this reading. I can't even lie. This was fantastic. So thank you guys for sticking with me. Thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for allowing me the honor to read for you guys. Stay happy and healthy. If you need anything, want to know where to reach me, all the information is down below. Check it out, and I'll see you guys soon. All right, bye-bye.